Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley and today we are finally going to be breaking in to this bad boy right here. So this is something that I purchased in June, I want to say, and I told you that we would do a try on style video and it just didn't happen in July. July was kind of a rough month for me with my toddler being home from daycare and the twins and everything. It just got away from me and I wasn't able to get it done, but we're gonna go ahead and do that today, which is why I'm in like a half-made state here. So I'm gonna go ahead and use everything in this bag here with the exception of the mascara, because I've already got mascara open and I don't like having too many tubes open at the same time. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll kind of chit chat throughout the way. This is one of the Sephora Favorites kits, and I love these little kits. I have purchased way too many of them over the years because I think it's a really great way to try out new products. And this one specifically, because there's a lot of stuff in here that I wouldn't have purchased for myself, but I'm still curious about. So this was $29. It comes with, I think, two full size items and then some deluxe sample sizes. So we're just gonna put them on my face. We're gonna start with one of the full size products in here. This is by XOXOXO. This is their Lip Fuel Hyaluronic Lip Balm. I love lip balms. I have said this in the past. I really do, and I've heard good things about these XOXOXO lip balms. So it does have a little bit of a tint to it. I don't know if you can see that there. So it's got kind of an odd shape as well. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start by applying that because my lips definitely need it. I am a dry gal and my lips are no exception. So let me roll a little bit of this out a little bit further. The shape is awkward. It's something that I'm sure I'll get used to, but the shape is awkward. I really like the color. I like the color a lot. I think it's very flattering, very easy to wear. It's got a slight minty, herbally aspect to it, which I do actually quite like. So I am excited. It doesn't have any tack to it, but it's not like overly slippy either. You know, when you put on something like a Vaseline, for example, you just feel like a slip and slide. This feels like it's actually got some stick to my lips without being sticky. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, I like that, and I'll continue wearing that until the end, and then we'll try on the actual lip product that comes in the bag. So the next thing in here is the thing that I am most nervous about, and that is this thing right here. This is by Ilia. This is the Color Haze MultiUse Pigment. This is in the shade Before Today. So the reason that I am nervous about this is because I am just not comfortable with cream products. I never have been, and so I'm really trying to push myself outside of my comfort zone. This is a great way to do it. And again, this is something that I would not have picked up for myself, but I'm interested to try. So when you open it up, it does have a little silvery applicator. Let's see if we can focus. Probably. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to apply it to the back of my hand, shear it out just a little bit, and then apply it with a stippling brush. I feel like that is going to be the most approachable for somebody like me that is terrified. All right, so this is what it looks like. It is a thicker formula, which is surprising. It feels kind of like a lip balm, which is interesting. So I am going to take my Real Techniques. This is just their stippling, just their stippling brush. This is honestly my favorite brush for a lot of different types of products. If you caught my panning from A to Z, I have the NARS Multiple in there, which is a stick blush, and this is what I use to apply it, which is why the bristles are already tinged a little bit. So all I did was I just sort of dipped it in the back of my hand here, and I'm gonna go in. So it is worth noting that I am already wearing makeup. I'm wearing basically everything. Sorry, I hope you guys can see. Foundation, concealer, all that kind of good stuff. I didn't realize that this was as sticky as it was, and so I'm kind of regretting my choice to powder. It smells really nice, kind of chocolatey, like hot cocoa mix. So I am seeing that it is kind of lifting just a little bit. Again, that is my fault. I did go in powder. I did also apply my bronzer already. But I think the color is really nice. I think it is, for my limited experience, blending out nicely. But it does have more stickiness to it than I was anticipating. Yeah. Which is my fault. Again, I didn't check it, but I do think that it is looking quite nice. So that is what we're looking like right there. All right, and then I think I will jump around slightly because I did want to use this on my eyes as well, kind of through the crease. So I'm going to squeeze out just a tiny, tiny bit more. There we go. And I'm going to apply this through my crease. Again, I could end up really regretting that choice, but I wanted to see how it worked in that way also. Because I assume it dries down to more of a powdery finish. That looks nice. Yeah, that looks really nice. I'll probably have to squeeze out just a little bit more, but that looks nice. All right, just a little bit more on the back of my hand. Dab it out. And blend it through my crease. And I have to apologize for the state of my hair. It is still just an unruly mess, as it has been for ages now. I really want to just cut it all off, and I'm to the point where I'm ready to do it myself if need be. Has anybody out there cut their own hair before? I mean, I'm sure some of you have, right? It's not the craziest thought ever. Let me know, is that something that you have done before, and how did it turn out? That is kind of the the bigger question. Like, was it okay, or was it a total disaster? I am super curious because I am to that point almost. Like, the salons have all opened back up here in the Carolinas, but you know, we're still being very cautious, so I haven't really tried to go, but it's too much. It's making me crazy. It's so hot and it's so heavy and it's falling out, and I'm just over it and kind of want to cut it all off. So let me know what you think. I like the way that this blended into my crease. I think it looks really, really nice. I'm also going to take it onto my lower lash line just to kind of round it out. Yeah, I like that. I'm actually really pleasantly surprised. Sorry, I'm making the weird face. Alright, so since we are here on the eyes, we'll go ahead and continue in that vein, because the funniest thing in this bag is this right here. This is from Ether Beauty, I think is what I settled on as far as how it's pronounced. But it's this gorgeous pink shimmery shadow right here. And the reason that this makes me laugh is because if you read the description of the bag, it says that it comes with a mini eyeshadow palette. This is not an eyeshadow palette. This is a single eyeshadow. Is that a problem? No, not at all. But it's just funny to me that it would be described as a mini eyeshadow palette when it is absolutely not. But the, yeah, that looks really pretty. I don't know how well you can see that. I'm just applying it all over the lid, nice and kind of messy. I think that looks really pretty. I've seen these actual eyeshadow palettes online at Sephora, and I've been super curious about them, but they are not inexpensive. They're like $54, $58, something like that. And that's not a small amount of money, especially for a product or a brand that you have no experience with. So I was really pretty stoked that this was coming in the bag. I think that looks so pretty. There we go. Yeah, that looks really nice. There we go. No fallout. It almost has, let me give you a swatch. It almost has like a slightly creamy feeling to it. Like it's definitely a powder, but it's got like a really nice creaminess to it. That is what this shade looks like there. Look at that reflect. That is really pretty. I like that a lot. I'm excited by how this look is coming together so far. Go ahead and set that out of the way. So this is the next little guy in here. This is by RMS Beauty. Again, a brand that I've been super curious about, but I have virtually no experience with, I think. Oh, how cute! It comes with its own little poofer. Look at that, that's adorable. Do I use it? Why not? Give it a try. I'll do one side with my regular highlighting brush, and then I'll do the other side with their little poofer because it's adorable. All right, let me pull the little seal off of there. All right, we are open, and this is what the powder looks like. I think I tapped out a little too much. Let's see if we can give you a nice little swatchy swatch. Put it on the other side of this right here. And that's really nice. Look at that. Obviously that is a very built up swatch, so in reality it wouldn't be quite that dark. I'm getting a little bit nervous now about using the little poofer thing because I'm so fair. I'm concerned that it will be too much to kind of tap it on, but we'll see. We'll see. I am going to start out with my brush, however. Tap it off. Oh, we are shiny. And definitely a bit dark for me. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to use a little poofer because as cute as it is, I think it would be a little too dark. Look at that shine. Look at that shine. That is very pretty. Very pretty. Ooh, too much, too much. Probably still too much. Yep, I have a really strange looking upper lip right now. We're gonna need to fix that for sure. But while we have this open, I am gonna go ahead and use this as my inner corner highlight as well. That looks nice. Alrighty. And then finally, the last thing in this bag that I'm going to try on is this from Ilia Beauty. Again, this is a product that I've been super curious about. This is one of their lip oils, I believe is what it's called. Let's double check, right? Lovingly Lip Tinted Oil in Be Elegant. So very excited. I almost picked up a 2-pack of these until I saw that it was going to be included in this favorites kit. So I'm very interested in this. That's very pretty. Again, just a very wearable sort of shade. I think that this would complement a lot of skin tones. Feels very comfortable. It feels not exactly like I expected. I was expecting more of a lip oil feeling, whereas this is more like a pigmented gloss. With that being said, it doesn't feel thick or sticky in that sort of way, which I appreciate. Yeah, I like it. I feel like when you apply it, it feels thicker, but then once it kind of warms up with your lips, it kind of melts down a little bit and it feels very comfortable. I quite like that. I quite like that a lot. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to hop off camera for just a minute and apply my mascara. I am gonna go ahead and use my Marc Jacobs. This is their At Lash Marc Jacobs Lifting Mascara. It is what I've been using lately and absolutely loving. And then I think I'm also gonna add some of my Marc Jacobs highliner in the shade Rococo to my lash line, kind of smudge it out a little bit, and then come back and we'll go over my final thoughts. Alrighty, so here we are back with the final look. All I did, as I said, was add some of my Marc Jacobs At Lashed mascara and a little bit of the Rococo highliner in both my upper and lower waterline. And I have to say, I am so super pleased with how this turned out. Yeah, I'm really glad that I picked this up. Again, the only product that I didn't use is this right here. This is from Tarte. This is their Surfer Curl mascara. I will use it at some point. Again, I just didn't want to have too many mascaras open at the same time because that's just wasteful for me, I believe. So let's go ahead and talk about all of the different products. I have to say that I didn't get a ton of feeling from this Kosas Sport Hyaluronic Lip Balm in the shade Pulse. I don't think I said that before, but I didn't wear it for very long. It's just a first impressions. I am super excited to get some additional use out of this. I will continue to use it probably over the course of the month and hopefully update you sometime in the future as to how I feel about this long term. When it comes to lip balms, for me at least, my first impression is never my final impression. Obviously there is exceptions to that, but usually when I first try out a lip balm and I like it, once I've used it consistently over the course of the month, I will oftentimes change that opinion. So we'll see how it goes. I have really high hopes because, as I said, it has gotten good reviews from other people. So fingers crossed that that is a win because it looked really pretty. I am also very excited and surprised by this guy right here. Again, this is by Ilia. This is the Color Haze Multi-Use Pigment in the shade Before Today. I love the way that this turned out. I think that it looks very fresh and very natural and very, very pretty on my skin. I had no reason to think that it wouldn't. It was more so that I was afraid of my application. Sorry, my camera randomly stopped while I was talking about this guy here. Again, my concern was over my application, not the quality of the product, but I think that it came out really well. And the reason that I like to kind of point that out is because that means that this is beginner user friendly. And that's very important because not everything is. I was surprised by the texture. It was definitely thicker than I was expecting. So I will say that probably doing the application to the back of the hand and then to the brush is going to be your friend because it does have a stickiness to it, and I am concerned that if you go in and try to apply it directly to the cheek, that it could lift up your foundation even if you haven't powdered yet and things like that. But honestly, even though I had already powdered and put on my bronzer, I don't feel like it lifted up too terribly. I think in the future I would do this first and then powders afterwards, the way, you know, you're supposed to. But yeah, it didn't destroy my look, which is nice. And I think that it applied to my eyes really, really nicely. Sorry, it is a bajillion degrees in this room because we have an AC that is wildly underpowered for the square footage of our house. Whole nother topic that I'm so excited about. But yeah, I think that was absolutely gorgeous. I do also quite like the RMS Beauty, this, I don't think I actually told you what it's called. It's the Living Glow Face and Body Powder. It doesn't appear to have a shade name, so I'm guessing it's just the only shade that it comes in. And I do think that it looks really, really nice on my cheeks. I do think I still went a little overboard on the Cupid's bow, but live and learn. But it definitely does have a very golden pigment to it. So if you are quite fair like I am, definitely go in light layers. Otherwise, I think that it could end up getting a little bit stripy and obvious. But I think overall it has such a nice sheen on the skin. I don't feel like it is emphasizing my pores or bringing out any texture in my skin. I think that it applied really, really nicely, and I think it looks gorgeous. I really do. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. Even up close, it doesn't look overly heavy or drastic, I guess. Also, when it comes to my little eyeshadow single, my mini palette, I really like this shadow. I don't know if I would buy a full-size palette, not because there was anything wrong with it, but because I don't have a need for any more eyeshadow. Although they do have one on sale. I need to stop. But I really do like the way that it applied to my lids, and I think it looks really, really pretty. Yeah, I like it more than I probably should given my collection. And then finally, this guy right here. This is the lip oil from Ilia. Sorry, Lila B. I hope I said that properly earlier in the video. If I didn't, I apologize. This is by Lila B. I'm really excited to continue using this. I love the color. It is kind of a rosy brown that leans neutral. So it doesn't, at least on me, lean super warm or super cool, which I definitely appreciate. I find that on my skin so often there is a shade that in the tube looks like it's going to be more of a neutral sort of brown color, and then I put it on and it pulls incredibly warm. So I really do like this for that reason, and I'm excited to continue using it. So that is everything in this beauty right here. I am, again, super glad that I picked it up. $29 is definitely very, very fair for the products that you get in them, especially since you do get 2 full-size items in there. I want to say that the liquid blush is more expensive than the bag itself. It definitely pays for the bag. The Kosas lip balm, I want to say is like $18, and I'll have everything in the description box below with accurate pricing. I'm just going off memory here, so if I'm wrong, I apologize. But yeah, I feel like those 2 products definitely more than pay for the bag itself, and I'm excited to continue to get good usage out of all of them. So have you picked up this bag or any of the products in it? I would love to know your thoughts and your opinions. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope that you are having an amazing day, and I will see you next time. Bye.